Okay, so if you remember correctly, in one of my videos, I brought up this really cool thing called the Dot.Card. And this was basically used as a way to help people like create contacts, build like ongoing contact relationships so that they could continue to know each other or have like a profile of people like who to follow and whatnot. And so, like I said, I have acquired an extra one that is kind of victimized. And kind of like just a quick thing about it is you'll notice kind of a couple different things with it. Oh, it's got a QR code on the back to help you set it up. And then it's a pretty basic card up front. So you basically just tap it, you activate, and then you network. So basically the way it works is this one isn't set up. So if I were to take my phone and just tap it, you'll see it wants to bring up a web link. And so if I were to go to just do it, cancel. So then it asks to activate the Dot.Card. So if I were to scan the QR code on the back, it would do about the same thing. So I can hit activate Dot.Card, and then from then on, it'll bring me to the setup and things like that. So what I'm not going to do that, but I have my implements of mass destruction to include this lovely cutting board that I've had for a bit that I haven't quite pulled out, that I've got to unwrap. And hopefully it can withstand the abuse that I am about to put it through. Because, yeah, it's not going to be pretty. So, the card notably doesn't seem to have like any seams and what all on it. So that's going to be something to work through and figure out. Otherwise, just kind of like slowly slicing it in about. And I don't have any surgical tools. So my surgical tools are very imprecise. So I don't think it goes anywhere through there. Let's not touch the serrations. On my blade. Sit more over this way. Darn you! Ah, not like it's gonna matter. I think the QR code like gives people a way to get the link to when they scan it. That's what it seems to be as well. So obviously to be NFC, it has to have some sort of antenna, right? So if you go, the Dot.Cards, the site that runs it, or company, basically has a whole profile you can set up without like the card itself, and you can connect a card separately to that account or what all. But basically, it lets you link a profile or a QR code to it so that you can refer people to your profile, your business stuff, and what have you. It's kind of like a pretty nifty business card that I've now got set up. Thank you for giving it to me for free for volunteering. This is really a pill. Really something. see how it does with that. Okay, okay. So we do have a wire. That's the coil. So you can see the wire right there, maybe. Yeah, see? Wire. So obviously it's got wire inside of it that lets it activate. And this should actually give us an easier in to the inside of the card as well. And I don't want to cut myself neither, so we're going to work our way carefully deeper into the caverns of the card. Okay. Got something a little bit more, it looks like, than just plain old antenna. I think I've hit the logic part, finally. Okay. So we have part of a chip that we just cut up. So that goes to the antenna right there. If we can. Right there. Come on. Oh, yeah. Get in there. That was almost too close. I think I broke some of the chip, but that's why I got it, because I didn't care much about breaking it at this point. Okay. I think we've all but torn it completely apart. Come on. If that was all that there was this tiny thing, I'm kind of shocked, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense because you don't have to send that much data over to get a link like that. Obviously, like with something like a QR code, you're going to be working for a bit more with it. But like a tiny chip that just needs a little bit of power that you can easily get from radio waves, yeah. And considering how much antenna seems to be running through this card, yeah, you can see, like, if you look real close, hopefully, you can see the little bit of red wire there that is running through the card. So yeah, when you tap the card, let's see if it does the same thing again. Well, I have killed it, so I think that little bit down there was the thing that made the sucker tick. So again, all you have to do, give it a little bit of power and then it sends its signal. Okay. It's just kind of... This board is pretty thick. It can take my knife going through it like this. There's no obvious cavities giving way, it seems, in here. Okay. Yeah. I think that little tiny chip was it, which is kind of interesting that not put in the center. So I would think that something like that would typically be in the center of the card. But then again, they do put the tap chips in payment cards off underneath the dip chip. So, yeah. And I don't know. Having it offset like that, I guess, does make sense. But yeah, that little sucker right there that is in two halves spread out here looks like the culprit of... Yeah, it's this little tiny sucker that I got pieces of, it looks like. So you can see... Maybe. Yeah. So it was kind of like right in there. So just right there, we had everything that made this card tick. And as you noticed, it brought up like just a web link. Oh. I didn't quite take it into an offline environment. So if I wanted to do that, like I said, I've got another. Oh, found that well, no, I can do it with this one. So what we've got to do, enter the pin on the graphene phone, ignore the light glare in that thing. Give that boy a tap if an NFC is enabled. Okay, where's my connectivity? NFC is off. We need that on right now. And we need to turn the Wi-Fi off. We open Vanadium. And then you can see Dot.Cards user and then whatever. So yeah, you're not transmitting that much data to the thing. You're just transferring link, just like a QR code. So yeah, there it is. Dot.Card. What we will be, I think I will tear down the privacy policy later on. And because we've already gone like 16 minutes on this one, trying to tear the sucker apart. And so, yeah, look out for that one for the privacy policy, and we'll see how that one works out. Anyway, if you liked the content, if you enjoyed it, if you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, leave any criticisms you have or what have you. I appreciate it. Feed that algorithm, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one.